Hey friend, welcome back to Mumma Magma Yoga. My name is Tamu, and if you have clicked on this video today, then chances are that you're dealing with sorrow in your life. What is sorrow? Sorrow usually goes hand in hand with loss. When we're in the midst of sorrow, when it is moving through our heart and there's nothing we can do to stop it, it's because we have lost something dear to us, something that matters to us. Now, that space, that state of being, is really hard to shift out of. And that's because we're not actually supposed to. This whole idea that we need to get out of the feeling is what causes us more harm. It causes us denial. It makes us shove the feeling down underneath, pretend that everything's okay, and get on with our lives. Meanwhile, it's festering underneath. So if you're in a state of sorrow today, if you have lost something dear to you, something that matters to you has been ripped from you, and you are in that place of being inconsolable, I see you. I want you to know that I see you and I feel you. And I want you to remember that those feelings are valid. You have every right to feel what you're feeling. There's nothing wrong with you because you are feeling sorrow. Being sad means we cared very deeply. So, first of all, I'd like you to shift your thinking from, why am I feeling this way? I shouldn't be feeling this way. This is wrong. I need to get back to doing. I need to get on with my life. To one of recognizing and surrendering to that you need to feel what you're feeling. So instead of trying to find ways to avoid the emotion, make a commitment to yourself that you're going to ride through that sorrow. So first off, you need a safe space. You need to call into work and say you can't come. You need to cancel the plans that you have with your friends, unless it's someone close that you can talk to and actually share with. You need to tell loved ones, I'm taking this space, or I need to have some time alone. You need to create safe space and a safe environment, somewhere where you can sit and actually feel and make noise and talk to yourself and maybe sing and move around and actually feel what you're feeling. You owe it to yourself and to whomever or whatever you are suffering the loss of and feeling sorrow about, to honor that space, that loss, by really feeling it. So pause this video, go and set up your space. Now that you have your space set up, hopefully you've got some candles lit, you've got a warm blanket, you've got a glass of water, and you are committed to allowing yourself to feel whatever it is you are feeling. And I'm willing to bet that just the action of creating that space is starting to help you feel more grounded and more centered and strong and in tune with the deeper knowing that is trying to occur through the sorrow. Because sorrow wants to teach us. Grief wants to teach us. When we're letting go of something, even if it's something that we really didn't want anymore and that we've been asking the universe to change, it can still create loss in ourselves, a sense of loss. We have lost something that we've invested energy in and that we cared about. And so honoring that loss and what we're feeling through that loss allows us to transition to the next phase, to take those next steps with more clarity, to trust in the process of moving on, and provides us with information about ourselves and about the universe. So we learn about ourselves and the universe and the world around us through honoring our sorrow. So now that you have that space set up and maybe you're feeling a bit more grounded, you can sit in a cross-legged position, maybe wrap a blanket around your shoulders, hold your cup of tea in your hand. Now cozy in and find a position where you feel cocooned and safe. Now take a couple deep breaths, close your eyes, and really feel into, focus on your sorrow and the reason for your sorrow. Let it breathe through your body. Let it move through every cell. Let it drip down your cheeks in tears. Let it sigh out of your voice. Let your voice quake. Let your heart expand. Let it crack. Let it crumble. Take some time to do that, my friend. Let it happen as it happens. Let it be what it is. Let the sorrow speak to you and tell you a story of beauty. Where was the beauty? Why did you care so much? Feel into that. Why did you care so much? What were the beautiful things about this situation, person, place, thing that made you care so much that now you feel so deeply into sorrow? And let yourself feel it. Don't be afraid of how strongly it moves. Let it move like the tide. And I know that it can be scary, and I know that it can feel overwhelming, but trust me, it will pass. It will pass. It will pass, my friend. It will pass. And that feeling of sorrow will be filled with something else, with something new. But first, while you're in the thick of it and you're feeling it so strongly and you're letting it move within you, can you pour your love for it out into the world, onto the page, through your voice? And can you find the strength and the grace to say goodbye, to send it off with grace, with love, with cherished memories, with choosing to see the beauty in all that that was? And through that letting go, through that sending off, saying goodbye, what are you now discovering? Can you embrace the new? What's coming? What's coming up underneath that? Why did it have to shift? Why did it have to change? Why were you required to be put through this emotional state? Can you feel into that reality and that question? Can you feel the beautiful parts of yourself that are blooming and becoming new and fresh and discovering and learning and growing? Can you see that this is what you asked for? The universe responded to you, and you didn't know that it would do this, but it did, and it did it for a reason. And now you're being able to discover that reason, and you're being able to move on and create something new in your life, something that you have been longing for a long time. So you may need to revisit this practice, or just allow yourself to know that this is a very short video and that the process of moving your sorrow might take longer than just this few minutes, and you might need to sit with it for longer. You might need to spend more time saying goodbye. You might need to spend more time weeping and just feeling it and being in it. So take all the time you need. Be present, be aware, pay attention to what's happening in your body and in your emotional self, in the subtle body. Take the space required to honor what you're feeling, to honor the situation, to honor the sorrow, and to honor your growth. Thank you for joining me for this practice today, my beautiful friend. Please know that I do see you and I do feel you, and I am sending you all of my love. I can't wait to see you again, and I wish you all of the best. You've got this. Feel free to reach out and leave a comment below and let me know how this went for you, how you're doing, how you moved through it. Create community. I'd love to hear. Until next time, take so much care. I love you.